Yeah, hello, and welcome to this mod panel that we have before we going into the exciting Hoi 4 game. And with me today I have representatives of the Kaiserreich team and the MEIOU and Taxes, or MEIOU and Taxes, how you want to say it. So yeah, let's start off with introducing yourself. Can start with Jigo.
Okay, I'm Jigo on the forum. I work on MEIOU and Taxes, the mod for EU4. Sorry, I started MEIOU on EU3. That's why. With MEIOU and Taxes being the name from MEIOU, a change from the Habsburg motto, which was Austria est imperium or universo. It is for Austria to rule the world. But obviously for us, it's the player, so it's me. And Taxes, it was because we merged with a U3 mod, which was called Death and Taxes, after the quote from Benjamin Franklin. Nothing is certain in life except death and taxes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people wondered about that name, me included. But
yes.
I got the answer today, earlier today, actually.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, let's go on. David.
Yes, so I'm David, or David X3M, the Kaiserreich lead general.
That's good. And?
Well, I'm Michael, also known as MW, from the Kaiserreich 4 team.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. And it's been very fun to have you here at PDXCON.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about your mods. And we are on a bit of a limited time, so try to keep it as simple as possible. So again, Shigo, tell us a little bit about MEIOU and Taxes.
MEIOU and Taxes. Well, it's a mod that overhauls completely the map of EU4, trying to make historical provinces, even if it creates border wars, and trying to reuse every mechanics, or most of the mechanics, to adapt them to have more historical plausibility and something that the limitation that the ruler would have during his reign, but without keeping it fun and providing a lot of activities, including in peacetime. So you won't have to run the game in 10 years on speed 5 to recover. You have lots of things to do.
That's cool. And I noticed, because we had speeches earlier where you presented the mod, and I noticed that because we did not have a camera on that stage, so we don't have the footage, but I noticed that you did record something. Is this something that people at home can see at some point?
We will work on it, because we had the soundtrack from you guys, the video, and we will try to make something that we will put on YouTube and provide to the players.
Yeah. Okay. And David, tell us a little bit about Kaiserreich.
Yeah, Kaiserreich is a alternate history mod that is basically what if Germany won World War I, and yeah, that changes basically everything in the world. It's very exciting, very focused on telling a story to bring the player into this world with all of its lore.
Yeah, I noticed like the whole lore you have built up about, like you created a really cool, like the whole lore thing is really, really cool.
Yeah, but it also has 12 years of development behind it, so
yeah,
that's.
And also people might recognize that we did have a mod spotlight with Kaiserreich on our World War Wednesday stream. So yeah, you can always go on YouTube and check the old the video archives, and you can see us play it. We have not played MEIOU and Taxes, so, sadly.
That's how it come.
It was a very early alpha as well that you played. Yeah. So it changed a lot since then.
Yeah. So when are the mods being released? I know that you had a release.
2.0 has a forum release tomorrow when I get back home, and to open beta test on the forum, and then a general release, including on Steam. Sorry, end of the month. Time to iron everything out.
Yeah. And Kaiserreich, you have a playable build out now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, that you can go try now. MEIOU and Taxes version 2 you can try tomorrow. Yes. Okay. I also want to ask you guys a little bit if you could tell us a bit about the story, like how it came to be. What made you make these mods, and like some cool little tidbits about the history of the making.
For me, it was I was playing CK mega campaigns of CK EU2 Victoria, and I wanted to have the map correspond from one game to the other, and then it all went an evolution from the feedback with the community, other modders, the players, that let the map completely change and add new features, and it's built up over time from the feedback from the players.
Yeah, and you started, when was the first MEIOU Taxes, you said?
Early 2007.
2007, yeah.
For MEIOU, and Death and Taxes arrived in 2011, and well, MEIOU and Taxes dates back from 2013 when EU4 was released.
Yeah, that's a long time actually. Yeah, Kaiserreich, tell us a little bit more about, because Kaiserreich is also a mod that's been around for a long time.
It was created back in 2005 by Sarmatia 1871 on the forum. It was a spin-off from his earlier mod, All the Russias, which was basically set in vanilla map, but had the Kaiserreich Russia set in it. And I myself, I just joined as a fan and started giving these one-line ideas, like, we should do this, we should do that. And I was just 15, 16, so those ideas might not have been the best ones. But that was how I entered the world of Kaiserreich, and now I'm here, so...
Yeah, but it was like, if I understand it correctly, it started out as like kind of an AER only, that then turned into a mod. Did I understand it correctly?
Not that I don't know, actually. I don't think so.
Oh? I get it wrong then. I apologize. And yeah, I don't know how long time. Like I said, we have the Hoi 4 stream coming up a little later. So we are doing a little short show here and try to balance the time well here. I'm feeling we're going through the points really fast. So maybe we could start elaborating a bit more even. So yeah, I also want to ask, because we at Paradox, we really, really love modders. Like, we truly believe that the mods actually, it enhances the game and the experience, and like, it does so much for us. So we would, of course, like to see more people getting into modding, like as many as possible. We love to see more mods. So I wonder if you have like any kind of tips and ideas, like if you have any tips for people who would like to get into modding. How do you get started with a mod?
Well, I think you have to start by having an idea, a concept, something that you want to do. Is it alternate reality? Is it making some small stuff? Or is it you want to start to build a big mod? And from this concept, have to look at the files and see what you want and can do. And really call upon the community of modders on the forum, user mods. The modders are really helpful and can answer the questions that you may have. But it all starts with an idea and tenacity, because if you want to really do a big mod, you have to be ready to go along and work a long time.
And yeah, Michael, you are a programmer.
Yeah.
You're the tech lead for Kaiserreich, right?
Not really tech lead.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm practically as a representative of the team that really codes Kaiserreich for Hearts of 4, because David here is basically did most of his stuff back in the Darkest Hour version. So yeah, for me, I think that one of the important things you can do when you start out learning how to code stuff for a Paradox game is look at a lot of code that other modders have done. You can learn a lot from them.
Yeah, no, it's a very helpful community. We have dedicated modding forums on Paradox Plaza where anyone can go and ask questions, and maybe even you guys will be there and help them out if they want to.
Sure,
of course.
No, that's great. So, what kind of like how's your interactions with the fans? Like, do you have what kind of reactions? Like, do you have any stories from the development? Well, experiences with your fans any fun stories?
Yeah, and the fun story is that with the map we did, Historical World Borders, we did things that are border gore and that some fans have a love or hate story about how they react to our provinces or what we do. But otherwise, yeah, the mod basically evolved and expanded to what it is today from the reaction of the players. From having a subforum set up by Paradox, and then really talking all the time and responding, taking in suggestions, because players come with suggestions, things that we cannot do, or we can do, or we won't do, but we talk with them all the time, and this allows us to really improve the mod.
Yeah. Do you have anything fun to share from from all the years of Kaiserreich? Any fun anecdotes or anything that comes to mind? No?
No, not really. I tried to think of something while...
Yeah, no, I kind of caught you off guard with that question. Like, that's something that you should really prepare someone beforehand so you get some time to think out.
Do you know anything, Michael? Can you think of anything?
What really has taken me by surprise is the meme culture we have been developing recently on our Discord and also on our subreddit.
Oh yeah, you showed some on the presentation there. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's great. Like, and also I want to point out that anyone who's seen me stream before knows that like this kind of serious interview thing is not really. I like more the streams where you eat hot dogs and touch the tips. That's like my specialty. So, but yeah, I will try to come up with good questions for you anyway. So, for example, do you have any other mods that you like, or are you too busy with your own mod? I can imagine it's quite the time investment that you put in. So maybe you don't have time to try out other mods. But are there anyone that you like? Yeah, I can start with David. You talked so much.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite mods ever is for Victoria 1, the Victoria Improvement Project, because it added so much. It added to all continents, and it really changed Victoria from being a game with a few like storylines to have loads of them. And I probably put down over 1,000 hours just in that mod. And otherwise, I think I've also played a lot of historical immersion projects with CK2. So yeah, I usually only play Paradox games with mods. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why we put so much effort into the mod, making it moddable for people to be able to play mods. Do you have any other mods to go?
Not really always big mods, but sometimes I'm on the lookout for small mods on the forum to see what they add and if it's something that is interesting for us and that we could implement with the authorization, of course, of the player who's free to refuse, obviously, but because there's no need to reinvent the wheel. So I like to test small mods and see what they can bring us if they fit. And that's basically how Damien joined us and made this whole improvement of development. He was doing the development overhaul for his own, for the vanilla, and so we asked him, come on, please, do something for us. And it went super great.
That's great. I also have a question here submitted, you can say it. Is there something you'd love to mod, but might be too much work? And I want to ask Michael.
Well, one of the core philosophies behind what we're doing with Kaiserreich 4 is, if it's too much work, automate it. So, yeah, we've done a lot of scripts that more or less can generate code, so especially when it's tedious work. So, well, good question. I think that, well.
So basically, are there features for any of you? Like, can any of you think of a feature that you would really, really like to do, but it's just like, wow, like, wait, no, this is too much. Is there anything like that? If you let your fantasy roam wild, if you could do anything.
You know, I really want Victoria-style population in Hearthfire 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
And the politics system. Bring everything from Victoria to Hearthfire. That's fine.
I can't recall seeing people asking for the pop function for Hoi, actually. Like, a lot of people wanted the EU, but
like,
yeah,
it would make Kaiserreich so much.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, for you. Yeah. So, for people who are interested in start modding, do you have any suggestions for how to get inspiration? Like, where do you get inspiration? Like, where do you research and stuff like that? Especially for you then, since you're more historical, I guess. You research your own lore, I guess.
Well, everywhere we can get our information. Internet, books, the forum, asking people for data if they can help us, because obviously when we are French, like me, getting informations on Russia or Asia is a bit more difficult. So we try to get information from those players because they have access to better data than we can.
Yeah. Well, also I want to just talk about a little in your booth, you had some really cool stuff. You too, of course. you kind of stood out a little bit more with your big, that high-tech table where you
the
tell me a little
table.
tell me a little bit about that, or tell the stream a little bit about that.
Well, basically it's just this touch table where you can go into and click on everything on our map, the Kaiserreich map, and you can go into and read about lore or look at pictures. Like we have this beautiful picture of Mosley with a red background, the best picture of Mosley out there.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. Like you went in, and I tried to explain a little bit my experience about. Like you get in, there's this big table with basically a giant touchpad, and you had a map. You could spin it around, and you could click, and it came up little pop-ups with.
Did you know we had hidden memes in it?
Yeah, they showed me. So yeah, there was like markings where you could click to get this information, but there are also hidden ones where like that wasn't marked, and if you pressed in the right spot, you get a meme from Reddit. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And also, Vincent, your artist guy, made some really cool posters that were unique for the PDXCON.
Exactly. Yeah. We thought we were going to get 50 each of them, but we think we got 100. So there's 100 of these posters soon to be all over the world. Very limited. They will never be printed again.
No.
There will be more.
Did he destroy the source file or something?
Well, he's never going to release it. So I guess someone has to steal his computer for it to happen.
Yeah, I managed to get me a German Reich one. Or not Reich, sorry. Well, my brain is out. What is it in the Kaiserreich? It's a Kaiserreich.
Yeah.
That was like the dumbest question of the day. But yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, and yeah, you told me that your mod was on Steam as well.
Yes.
But I believe Kaiserreich might be too big for that.
No,
or you're on Steam.
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't because I remember before there was a problem that you could only have a certain
We have
was removed,
104,000 subscribers.
Yeah, something around that.
Yeah.
Before there was the size limitation, which forced MEIOU to be MEIOU Taxes to be in 3 separate packages, and the people had to subscribe to the 3 to be able to play the mod. Fortunately, they've changed that, and now it's 1 gigabyte, I think. So we're underneath this.
So, we're about to round off here. So, I just want to finish off by saying, like, is there anything else? Like, now you have the time to shamelessly promote your own mods to our streaming audience. Is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to add? Anything in the sales pitch? No?
No?
No, I think it sells itself. It's such a great mod.
Like Fred said out there, a good game sells itself. So a good mod sells itself.
They should try the mod and see if it's a fit for them.
Yeah,
definitely.
I guess that's actually the best thing you can do. There's only so much
or watch Let's Plays.
And watch Let's Plays.
Yeah,
there's only so much we can. As big of a picture we can paint with words here. So it's like, the best idea is probably to go and try it out.
You can actually be the incarnation of Genghis Khan in Kaiserreich. Well, at least he claims to be. He's a bit mad, the Mad Baron. So, but. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I see also the chat is kind of like, oh, I want to see more. But yeah, there are tons of videos on YouTube, and again, the mods are free, provided you own EU4 and MEIOU, of course. But the mods itself is free, so it's just for anyone to go and grab it.
Exactly.
And by that, I'm gonna say thank you for joining us here.
Thank you.
Was short and sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And make sure to check out our YouTube channel, Kaiserreich Developers, and our Twitter, KaiserMod.
And same, we have Twitter and Facebook for MEIOU Taxes, and well, for the moment, Armbud, Demian, who are making some videos, and Demian should be doing some more for kind of tutorials to show some aspects that are a bit obscure for the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, I guess we say farewell for now, and have a good evening.
Thank you.